Hello and welcome to the Audacity Factor. My name is Kathryn, the founder and creator here, also creator of our community on Patreon. Please join me there. You can join for free and take advantage of all the resources available to you monthly, weekly, also here on YouTube. So has it come to a point where truth is such a subject of controversy? Isn't it that when we're young, we're taught not to lie? So, which doesn't necessarily mean telling the truth. And if we learn by example, we also learn whatever our parents' tendencies were around the truth and lies. Anyone we're surrounded by on a consistent basis, although it could just be one person, also memory you have about someone encouraging you to tell the truth or not tell a lie, but them in turn, it's a whole do as I say, not as I do thing. And a lot of that happens between the parent and children, because as children, we obviously heard and saw a lot more than they thought we did. And if you have kids, you know that to be real, a real experience. So why is it then we're taught to not lie, or we're told not to lie, that it's not good to tell your parents a lie, it's best to be truthful? Then in turn, we're punished when we tell the truth. We're also punished when we tell a lie and get caught in the lie. Where's the upside? Really? We're taught then that the dynamic needs to be whatever serves us the best. Believing that you have to kind of determine how much to tell, how much not to tell, whether to lie about it, whether to tell a half truth, or whatever the scenario is, that in spite of the fact that our parents wanted us to tell the truth and not lie, that wasn't actually so. So it comes to this situation where we don't know what's going to happen when we tell the truth, because we're going to be maybe punished for saying, yes, you know what? I was out back smoking a cigarette. Okay. And then the punishment is meted out. So not only are you punished for telling the truth about what you did, you learn then that, okay, well, maybe it's better for me to not say that next time. So because of this dynamic, then we learn that, okay, well, maybe in this case, lying is better. So there's no baseline for us to actually have it proven to us that it is best to tell the truth. So how is it? So this is how then truth has become we feel it's a danger to us. And again, as women, we're taught to not tell when someone's crossed the border of sexual impropriety. And that could be in any form whatsoever. Someone touching you when you don't want to be touched, and so many other things. And it's not just women, though. Think about all of the controversy around what happens to young boys and men, even in certain scenarios, whether it's a sports agenda or whether it's in maybe a religious house. It's really not just us, although historically it's many more women are subject to that, but we're taught not to tell. So we're so also, as we've been encouraged to not lie, then we're encouraged to lie. So it's no wonder that as a society, it's such a shit show right now. However, I do want to say that we know what the truth is. No matter, you can try to convince yourself over and over, repeat things over and over and over again, insisting that that's what's real and true. Though, when it's not. So you can't hide from yourself. You can try to, but it's there anyway. The case, it needn't be that the truth is more dangerous than the lie. But isn't that where we've come? The truth that I spent a decade in an abusive relationship is truth. The person on the other side of that would never want you to know that. about them. So they will lie and put that, veneer boundary, that fake boundary up, that that's not who they are. So to them, they might believe their own lie, but inside, down in there, they know what the actual truth is, whatever the reasoning is, because there is no reason, there is no acceptable excuse for abuse of any kind. Bullying, aggression, gaslighting, all of it. There is literally no viable reason for that or excuse for that. So truth has somehow become dangerous. For me, here at the Audacity Factor is about being courageous, because I want to help you be courageous so that you embrace the truth and not have to worry about what everybody else is going to say, what you think somebody else is going to do. And a lot of that's based in, well, all of it's relational, because as people, everything is relational. All of it. My friend Allegra says people be peoplein'. However, we can, in our own ability, to redirect our courage and have the courage to be honest with ourselves. You have to start there. Honesty with ourselves is where it all ends and begins. That's where the lies, the resistance, the struggle, the trauma end. And it's the beginning of kind of that clean slate. It's the beginning of all that's possible for you. And not only you, but anyone that witnesses you being courageous, being open, honest, truthful, saying to your family, you know what, y'all, I'm out this holiday season. It's too chaotic. It's too this, whatever it is. There's one thing I do want to say in relation to that as well. Family dynamics can be really difficult, and I've experienced this in depth for myself. And people like, for some reason, the status quo, because everybody knows their roles and everybody's allowed to be in their role, and some people just have to take it. Well, you know what? You don't have to take it. And if you want your brother, let's say, to stop treating you like you're still a teenager when you're in your 50s, then it's up to you to not like that teenager, to be who you are unapologetically, and say, you know what, that's enough. I'm no longer playing that role for you, because you need it for whatever the reason is. And that can be with anyone. It can be with a friend, it can be with a spouse. I mean, sometimes we feel like it's easier to just stay in the role, get it over with. I've done that any number of times. I can't tell you that it's just easier just to get it over with. But wouldn't you just like it to stop? And maybe, you're the one that needs other people to play their role as well. So you can also choose a different scenario for that as well. Allow that other person to be who they are and find out who they are actually, as opposed to you just putting them in this persona and role that you need them to be in at these family gatherings or whatever the scenario is. Be curious, find out more. I encourage you, as the holidays are coming up, just think about it. All right. I'll see y'all next video.